Hello and welcome back to the Teed Up Golf Podcast down here at 13th Beach on the eve of the Vic Open. And the man you've all been waiting for, the Branxton bomber Chops, the great man Corey Lamb, joins me finally down here in the beer garden. Hopefully we'll be here Sunday night celebrating a win, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good. It's good to have you on, mate. We've been toying with this for a while. Met you in the flesh, Aussie Open practice round?
Yeah.
You were playing with Crabbers and McGill was there carrying something and...
You're struggling, I think.
It was bloody hot, mate.
Yeah, it was.
It's been hot, mate. You know what that feels like. You chatted on the weekend for your mate, Jai Pickin up there at Cobram.
Yeah.
Tell us about that before we get into the pod. So, you know, you guys on the Aussie Tour need caddies for the weekend.
Yeah.
How does it go about, like we see a lot of players caddying for other players. How did that come about with Pico?
It was sort of, I was staying with Pico, so there wasn't really too many people keen because they knew how hot it was, but I mean, I had nothing to do other than do some practice, so I got that in the mornings and then just went and caddied for him, which was good. I mean, it's better than sitting in the room and doing nothing, so and it was that hot, so it was good.
Yeah, nothing better in 40-degree heat than
tag,
mate. When you could be sitting in a nice air-conditioned room.
Yeah.
Mate, this season you've had a great year so far. Put yourself in positions through 54 holes, probably 4 or 5 occasions. New South Wales Open, you obviously played the final round with Cam, which was well spoken about. Willunga, tied second again. You love it there. The Vic PGA, you're up there again. Gippsland and Rosebud. How, if you're looking back on your second year as a pro, how would you rate it now with 3 or 4 events to go?
Yeah, I've definitely learned a lot, which is a good thing. I mean, I probably would have liked to have won one by now, but I mean, it's all learning and it's a step up, like how hard it is to deal with the cameras and everything like that. And there's a lot more, I wouldn't say pressure, but there's a lot more you feel like you need to go better and win. I mean, I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to think about, but I mean, once you get over the line that first time, I assume it'll be a lot easier. So yeah.
It's hard, mate. Well, we've seen Jack Carter lose 3 playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Who, you grew up playing with Jack, I guess. You're a similar age, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what do you feel watching guys like that, like playoffs, like all that sort of stuff? Gippsland, you're in a really good position, but that's more a match play sort of scenario.
Yeah.
But in those positions, what goes through your head when you've got an overnight 54-hole lead as a young bloke? What are you thinking about going into the final day?
The main thing is it's just your phone. Your phone just goes crazy, and it's like
I'm guilty.
Somehow you need to stay off it, but I like being on my phone and like I like reading everything. So I don't know. Maybe next time I'm in that situation, I'll try and stay off my phone and not think about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard to sleep and stuff. It's just you just think of all the possibilities that could go on in the 4th round, which would be better off to not think about, I guess.
It's a skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's something you're going to learn, second year in. But keep putting yourself in that position, the damn wall will break.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the New South Wales Open at Murray Downs. It was well documented. You had a great week.
Yeah.
You got paired up with Cam Smith in the final round. Loved one of the quotes that you said after the round, playing with Cam is where I want to be.
Yeah.
It was so good. What did you learn from playing with he's probably on track. If he keeps going, if he hasn't done maybe another couple of major wins, he'll be our greatest ever.
Yeah.
What did you learn off him that week, and how was your mindset for that?
It was just he's not that much better. Like honestly, that was the main thing I took out of it. It was we hit the ball similar. I obviously didn't have my best day on the round 4, but I mean there wasn't much difference. Like he struggled as well, and he ended up having 3 over. And I had 1 over, which was I thought I was playing terrible, but obviously it wasn't that bad. And the main thing was it was just I'm not that. There's not that much difference. I think it's more. I found his caddy was really good. Like kept him free and really talked about the shot. And like it was really windy that day as well. And he was just like there was a shot where Cam pulled off it and asked the caddy what was like. He was saying there was no wind there, and the caddy was like, just trust it's there. And then he hit it to like 5 foot and made birdie, and it was just like, there you go.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit in that with the good caddies. Like you see guys like Lucas Herbert who ended up winning that event. He's just got a team around him.
Yeah.
Have you learned something from that? Like, obviously, that's a financial thing.
Yeah.
And on the Aussie Tour, it's not really offered that financial reward. But is that something you're working towards, maybe getting a stronger team around yourself?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely getting better, which has been a big help, I think. And, I mean, the more you do it, the better you get. And, you can definitely bring more people along once you're on a tour like overseas, like the DP Tour or something like that. Yep. So...
Speaking of that, mate, Order of Merit is hotting up. A few events to go at this point, a few days out from the Vic Open. You're sitting 5th, I guess, of the guys eligible on this year's PGA Tour of Australia's Order of Merit. big carrot being dangled, one of those 3 spots for a DP World Tour card.
Yeah.
How much is that driving you? You know, we've got Vic Open, we've got Webex, New South Wales, New Zealand Open, and I think the Nash, and that's it. So,
yeah, it's definitely. I'm pretty excited to play the next few events and see how it goes. But I mean, you can't really stress about it too much. If you play good golf, it'll come. So I'm just sort of focusing on doing the right things, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, playing with Cam, what's like? He's pretty reserved and he's a very competitive guy, which a lot of people probably don't see that because we see a bit of a larrikin these days, like through the stuff he does with Ripper. What was the chat like? Did he give you any advice or?
Nah, I tried to talk to him off the first, and there wasn't really much. He was pretty serious all day, and then I think when he 3-putted 16 for par, or I don't know what it was, but yeah, he knew that's when it was that was it, and he couldn't win it anymore. And we had a really good chat going on the 17th tee, and then he was sort of just freer, and then we talked in the club after we finished, and he was like, "I'm off. I got to go catch a flight." So he was gone, but yeah, it was good.
That's cool, mate. Like, it's a great experience. Like, 23 years old. He's, 7 or 8 years older than you and almost done it all in the game. So, it's quick. It's so amazing how quick golf can turn. And the way you're going, mate, bit of a cult figure status. Let's chat about that. You're getting a lot of love. And when I put up yesterday, you were coming on. I was like, wow, I didn't realise so many people want to ask you a question. I've limited it to 10. But what's that been like for you? How have you managed that? Like, it must be pretty cool to have so many people enjoy watching you play.
Yeah, it's so special just having everyone just be involved. And, I mean, Dad's always told me this is what you're going to do. Like, you can definitely do it, so just keep putting in work. And it's sort of hard to believe when you, like last year, for example, I didn't play good at all and sort of had to go to Q school. And then you have a year like this, and it's definitely worthwhile. So, but yeah, all the support is a massive help as well.
Mate, I love you. It's not because everyone says you look like McGill. I don't think you look anything like McGill, but that's a question we will address later in the pod. Now, the Branxton Bomber. So you're from Brango?
Yeah.
Branger?
Brango? Yeah.
Chops. 1 hour inland from Newcastle.
Yeah.
So country New South Wales. Population in the 2021 census of 2,255 people.
Yeah.
It's a bloody small town.
It is.
Tell us about life as a young lamb growing up in Branger.
I actually raced motorbikes when I was younger.
Yeah.
We were right into motorbikes, was racing all the time. Dad fell off and broke both of his ankles over a jump.
Jesus.
So that sort of put a hold to that. And Dad had to do recovery, like walk as much as he could once he was off the wheelchair. And we'd just go over to the golf course, which I live about 500 metres away from.
Yeah.
And he took a club and a ball one day, and I could just hit it straight away. So that's where it all happened. And I played footy as well growing up, but
rugby
I had to
Aussie
pick
rules?
one. NRL, pretty much. So
rugby, not footy.
And had to choose one. So I think I was like, golf's it. I don't want to get injured and stuff. I mean, you can still get injured, but
how was your step in footy?
I actually played 7.
Wow.
Under 10s, we won the grand final. So yeah, that was good.
Athlete. Earliest memories of golf, obviously your old man getting you into it, through luck and injury.
Yeah.
But what's the first time you flushed it? What do you remember? Do you have like an early childhood memory of just, this is what I want to do?
I can barely remember it at all. It was I think it would have been just have a hit, but my uncle and dad were right into golf, and they're good golfers. So, I mean, I assumed that I was always going to play golf at some point, just whether it was going to be like this, I don't know. Yeah.
Golf in Brango is a small country town.
Yeah.
I think it's a 9-hole course.
9-hole.
Tell us about the course, and like, we do have a question here from a couple of the people who wrote in. Like, what's your favourite hole there? Can you just tell us a bit about the golf club? And
so it's it's actually a really good 9-hole course. Like, the design's really good. It's sort of been struggling the last few years, just with money and stuff. But I mean, it used to be so good back in the day when I was there, and the greens are tiny, so that's why I was a really good ball striker. I could hit it close because the greens are like 20 foot wide, 20 foot long. So that's about it. And then you go out here and play on courses like this, and they're massive. So
junior golf back home.
Yeah.
So what was the junior golf pathway like coming from country New South Wales and out of Newcastle, the next biggest town?
Yeah.
Would have had to do a fair bit of travelling. Can you tell us about that sort of stuff when you started getting competitive?
Yeah. So it was I started with Jack Newton Junior Golf, juniors on the move. And that was sort of around Sydney, Newcastle area. That was just 9 holes on a Sunday afternoon, I think it was. So I did that for a bit, and then Dad started putting me in Jack Newton Junior Golf. I think it was under 12s was the youngest back then, and I was sort of just playing them, and so it sort of just went from there. I enjoyed it, and I was going pretty good, so it was like we'll just keep playing them. But it was really good. A lot of travel, but yeah.
First handicap you ever copped?
It was a funny story about that actually. They wouldn't let me have a handicap because I was too young. I think I was 8.
Okay.
And Dad said, I'll play with him. Like, we can play with other people. He's fine. And I think they put me off 36 to start with. And first round, I think I had 48 points, something like that, and went straight down to 24 or whatever it was. So
impressive.
Yeah.
It's crazy. When was the first time you beat the old man off the stick?
I don't know. I can't really remember. All I remember him saying is, I just don't want you to outdrive me. I don't care if you beat me, just don't outdrive me. Because obviously when I was younger, I putted and chipped so good. So, it was good.
No, that's unbelievable. Representative golf. So tell us about the pathway in New South Wales. You've come from a long way. Like, out in the country, it's really hard to get into these teams. You need to put yourself out there. You don't just you're not at a rich golf club where people go, oh, this kid's a good player, and you get put into a pathway. Tell us about how you found your way into the representative teams and, pretty cool amateur career that I've had a look at.
Yeah, it was all through Jack Newton Junior Golf. I got into their Jack Newton High Performance Squad, which was a sort of a development squad for the Golf New South Wales stuff. So I sort of just done that, and then I didn't actually get into the HP squad for Golf New South Wales, and I got into the junior state team for 2 years, and we won one of them, which was good. And other than that, it was sort of, I was just outside. Like, there was a lot of good players at the time, so I was just outside that. But I thought I was playing good enough to be in them teams. But I mean, I think that's why it's helped me in the long run, because take the hard way, and it's been good, I think. Yeah,
you learn a lot of grit from those ways. Tell us about some of your mates and stuff, some of the characters from back in Branxton, where you grew up. Like, is there any cool stories from on the street? Like, what was it like just finishing school, and what did you do?
We used to ride pushies a lot, like push bikes. We used to go down and build jumps near the public school, near my school. So, we're always just riding around on push bikes. So that was sort of the thing, just ride around and go, literally just ride and stay at mate's house every weekend. So,
who's the best player in town?
Best golfer?
Yeah.
There's actually a few good golfers. Isaiah Wolferston, Josh Tracy. They were at Branxton when they were who I looked up to when I was young. So, they were definitely a big help.
That's cool, mate. Let's talk about the representative stuff. So, obviously, the Australian system is very different to our college. The college systems here in the US. Let's just run through your CV as an amateur. So, 2018, you won the Federal Men's Amateur Open Championship. 2019, New South Wales Junior Championship, Queensland Boys Am. COVID 2021, pretty much write-off. Really tough for amateur golf, really tough for pro golf here in Australia. 2022, won the Concord Cup and 4th in the Oz Master of the AMs.
Yeah.
Tell us about your highlights and some of the best trips you had as part of Team New South Wales.
Where'd we win? I think it was Queensland Century Coast. The Palms, what's that course?
The Palms.
Where they got the pines and the palms.
Oh, mate. What's his name?
I don't know. Yeah, anyway. We were there and we won that, and that was a big highlight, I think, just in the team environment. You never really get to have a team environment in golf. So, I mean, I was good mates with all the boys as well, so it was good to get that win, and it was so good.
Yeah, turning pro in 2023, it's a big step in any golfer's career. It's like there's point of no return. Like, a lot of people say, the fun goes out of golf, it becomes your job, and, it's still a fun job, but, it's serious business. Tell us about that. And about your coaching as well. Like, you've been with your coaches at Neville. Yeah,
Neville,
for a long time. Can you tell us a bit about your relationship with him and how you came to the decision to take the plunge?
I was at a point where I was sort of struggling and I wasn't seeing anyone. I didn't really like the coach I was seeing at the time. And I was talking to one of the boys from back home from Newcastle, and he said, just go try Neville, just see what you think. And I was hitting a few balls, and he was talking to mum and dad. He wasn't even watching. And I was thinking, this isn't good. But he literally just went, do this. And then I just started flushing it again. It was like, wow. I didn't even think he was watching. But, it was crazy. And, I've loved him ever since. So it's been good.
That's incredible. Turning pro, how was that decision made? Like, how did you come to it? Like, obviously, it's a big decision with family and friends. They put a lot of work in.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad would have, driven you around the countryside. Give them a shout out. Thanks.
Mum and Dad, thank you. Yeah.
But tell us about that decision and how you came to play your first event.
I won the Concord Cup, which was a New South Wales Open spot.
Yep.
So I had that behind me, and I sort of.
You remember at Concord?
I was, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was on a scholarship there. So,
yeah, cool.
And then, so I had that New South Wales Open spot, and then the TPS was at Hunter Valley. That's when it was the TPS.
Yep. Webex series for those.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I would get an invite into that because it's my home course as well. So I thought,
brilliant.
And Q School was sort of coming up. I think it was one of the last few events back then, and I was like, I might as well just give it a go, turn pro, and then I'll go to Q School. Worst case, I was sort of at the end of my amateur career, and I was sort of a bit over it.
Yep.
So I needed something new to sort of bring that life back.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Tell us about your first hole as a pro, what it felt like, pegging it up, money on the line.
Yeah.
World ranking points, all that sort of stuff. Like it's like any kid's dream to do it. You've done it in your home state.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was the build up like for you? How'd you do that?
It was a lot. I remember I was so nervous. It was just, there was so much. I had an Arvo tee time the first round too.
Yuck.
So it was like, I woke up at 6 and I'm off at 1, and it's like, what do I do all this time? But I sort of just, it was nerve wracking, and I think I made par on the first, which was all right. But I actually struggled after that. So,
right,
but it's tough.
You learned. Look where you are now. You've become the cult figure of Aussie golf, which we all absolutely love, mate. I put it out to some people. So we've chatted about what you've done this year, the last couple of years. Now I put it out to the people, and I want to spend a bit of time on this because we got a lot. I reckon I got about 80 people writing messages in.
Right.
I've got it down to 10 because there's a lot of double ups.
Yeah.
The first one came from Ryan Peake, who actually had a great week on the weekend.
Yeah.
Peakey, we love Peakey on the pod.
Do.
We've had him on here before, and we love chatting to him. He can talk the man.
Yeah.
Loves a chin wag. But he wanted to know, what age did you take up gymnastics?
I've just been a natural all along, I think.
Peakey, you cheeky prick. He loves it.
Yeah, he's good.
Now, there's a bit happening from the boys back home, and they want to know if the Wildcats can go back to back.
We can, definitely.
You can? What are the Wildcats?
I play soccer in the off season, like football. I don't football, whatever it is.
We're in Australia. Soccer.
So we won the grand final last season, which were the underdogs. We never beat this team before.
Is that what someone else?
Friday night, all age. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's so. A few people refer to the all age. Yeah.
Yeah, and we won that, which was pretty crazy.
Tell us about your skill on the soccer pitch, mate. How does that operate?
I'm just a striker, and I stand up the front and just
bomb it.
Yeah, don't have much there, to be honest.
How many goals?
I think I scored 4 last season.
Solid. What's the celebration like?
No celebration. Just turn around and walk back.
Love that shit. Love it. Love it. Now, this is from the Hawk, who has a fascination with Brad McGill. And he wants to know how much it hurts you to be mistaken for Brad constantly.
It's not too bad. I mean, Brad's a good bloke, so I'll take it, I guess.
Mate, both great, man. Good-looking roosters. Both just embrace what they are, which we absolutely love.
That's it.
And I don't think you look anything alike for what it matters. Down the barrel looks nothing alike. Better golfer, that's for sure. You got him by 20, I reckon. Pro off too, Brad is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's going to fucking kill me. Favourite course is from Jamie Woolley, who's been a big fan of and big supporter of the pod for a long time. What's your favourite course on the Aussie Tour?
On the Aussie Tour? If New Zealand counts, Millbrook, definitely. That place is just...
It's that whole town.
If you ever get a chance, I'd just go over there just to have a look. It's
an
crazy.
Easy flight from Melbourne. It's like 3.5 hours. Yeah. It's expensive, but it's a great part of the world.
I think I was looking the other day for New Zealand Open flights. They're only 300 at the moment, which is crazy.
For New Zealand Open?
Yeah.
Mate, you need a caddy?
Yeah.
I'll do it for free. I'm coming. Now, I'm guessing this one's from a family member. Mum's of Woolivants or Nan's cooking from Sally _600?
Yeah, that's Mum.
That's your mum?
Yeah, that's Mum.
Jeez, you're under the pump here.
They're both good. I'm going to leave it at that.
What's your favourite meal from home?
Volivants, definitely.
Bang, so Nan, bad luck.
Yeah.
No. Now, Auntie A, I gave you the heads up on Auntie A. You sent in a message. The family are all getting around you. If you could give your younger self, so let's look back to when you started your golf career.
Yeah.
What advice would you give yourself as a young bloke?
Just hang in there. I mean, if you practice and put in the work, it all comes out at the end. So, and that's what I've done and stuck to that. And here I am. So, yeah, it's been great.
Love it. Tully Ferguson has no questions for you.
Just
wanted to say you are the GOAT and he loves you. So that's amazing. Now, D Gates 92 wanted to know your favourite pub meal 4X or no?
Favorite pub meal would probably be a Palmer, chips and gravy.
Do you have ham on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam McGill doesn't. So
Doesn't he?
Very different.
Nah,
No
he needs to change. And yeah, 4X is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Favorite hole at Brango from Hook In?
Brango,
Not Brango. Brango.
yeah. Probably the 5th. Little dogleg right. You can sort of, there's actually you go down to the corner and it's like a 170-meter shot in, or you can cut the corner and go the shortcut, they call it.
Yeah.
And you can, if you get it through, it's like 40 out, which is crazy.
Nice. This one here is, I don't know if this will stay in the pod, mate, but we'll go with it. What's the nickname Chop? Why the nickname Chops? Is it because of lamb chop or because you're a swordsman?
No, lamb chops.
What's a swordsman?
I don't know.
Okay.
I actually don't know.
No worries. That'll wrap up the questions from all the listeners, mate. But you are loved, which is awesome. And we'll hopefully get you on the pod a few more times throughout the couple of years and watch your journey that way. Mate, we finish off every podcast with a quick 5.
Yeah.
And we like to elaborate on them as well. So what would your dream 4-ball be?
It's always been Cam Smith, but I've done that now. So
See you, Sam.
definitely Tiger.
Yeah.
Definitely want to play with him. Sort of Scotty Scheffler at the moment, just to see what it's like.
He just looks like a nice guy too.
And I don't know. The third one's hard.
John Pickin.
Yeah, I played with him enough though. Pico.
Cravers.
I'm trying to think.
So I know we chop this up.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it a bit more. Maybe Neiman, actually.
Joaquin.
Yeah.
Living the dream,
He's
Joaquin.
different, yeah.
He's awesome, mate.
Yeah.
He played on the weekend, obviously, in International Series India.
Yeah.
Did you see his driver off deck?
No.
After he told the commentator walking past, I'm sick of being scared of this golf course. He's hit a driver off deck 280 pin high. Unbelievable.
Apparently that course is ridiculously hard.
It looked hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. If you get a chance to watch the back 9 on replay, well, the commentary, Bryson was there. Like, it was unreal.
Yeah, right.
Schneiderjan's got it done. He's actually playing this week for Phil Mickelson, who's pulled out of the first live event with a sore shoulder. So
yeah, right.
There you go.
There you go.
It's amazing. You work hard, you get rewarded.
That's it.
What's the best advice you've received in your golf career so far?
I think just work hard and like don't get ahead of yourself. Just take it as it comes.
Yeah.
If you just need to do what you got to do and everything will come. Just let it come to you.
Yeah. That's cool. So that dream 4-ball we just spoke about, what golf course, if you could play anywhere in the world, either their favourite or if you could just if you've got one you want to play?
I feel like that Dubai golf course is that what it was last week?
Khaimah?
On the DP World Tour, they
Rack?
played where Mika played last week.
Ras Al Khaimah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that course looks crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Augusta, one of the two.
Mate, you'll get to Augusta the way you're striping at the moment.
So,
Well, something goes in your golf bag, you're superstitious. Do you have something that goes in every time you go out to play that just must go in the bag?
not really. Sort of just my marker, the ball marker I use. I got it in Canada when I played over there.
Nice.
It's RTG, respect the game. So that's always in my pocket, and I use it every round. So yeah,
Tell us about your international travel, like as a kid. What was that like, and where did you go?
that was only one, Canada. So I've only been over there. I definitely want to go overseas a bit more, but yeah, I played the Maple Leaf Junior Canada, whatever it was, and I actually won. So that was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now through 4.5 holes at Brango, and you're hungry.
Yeah.
We do this with everyone. Are you having a sandwich or an Aussie meat pie?
Meat pie. Yeah.
Sauce?
Yeah. Tomato.
Nice.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah.
You're a normal guy.
Yeah.
Some people say no. Some people say this. Unbelievable. Vic Open week, mate. Bit going on in the background for you. Obviously, top 5 in the order of merit right now. So it's go time.
Yeah.
What are your goals for the next 5 weeks?
After last week, it sort of was a bit of a struggle. So I just need to get back into the frame of mind. I don't think I was in the right headspace last week. I just sort of was just hitting shots and I wasn't even thinking there. But just get back into the rhythm, play some good golf, and just get ready for New Zealand. Pretty much, that's the main one. So this is all just warm up, I guess. But obviously, it's good to get some points as well.
Nice, mate. Well, mate, it's been a pleasure to have you on the pod. And to finish off, what we're doing in 2025 is we're asking for the next guest. So if you could make a suggestion, who would be a good chat and someone who's got a cool story for us to hit up who you know or you think you might be good? Who should we hit up next?
I think Blake Windred.
Blake Windred.
Winnie, he's got a lot of different thoughts about things,
Okay.
and I think he'd be real good to talk to.
Okay.
So.
Haven't even thought of getting Blake on before.
And he's played live events and all that sort of stuff. So
DP,
he's done it all.
A lot. Yeah, won the Order of Merit. He didn't he once?
First or second, I think.
Yeah, so that'd be great. So Blake Windred, you're in the gun. Expect a DM if you listen to this.
Yeah.
But Corey Lamb, mate, it's been a pleasure to have you on the pod. Long time coming, and good luck this week. Looking forward to it.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to another podcast from Producey's Clubby Sports Network. If you enjoyed the show, then it would be a massive help if you could like, follow, rate, subscribe, tap the bell, leave a review, or even share it with your friends. If you want to get in touch to share feedback, suggestions, or to advertise with one of our podcasts, then email hello@producey.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.